I wonder what I'm supposed to be thinking right now. Maybe I should do a post on that thing that happened yesterday. Oh, crap. This is recording, isn't it? Gotta smile, gotta smile, gotta smile. About I had all this superfluous extra light on that I now need. So the title of this video is the Rusty Trusty Purple Notebook, and that going to be said, I do have a Rusty Trusty Purple Notebook. And this tradition started from last year. I'm gonna move my camera a little bit so I can move some things for you. Last year, around October-ish, September-ish, I got a little black notebook. Everyone knows what a little black book is. Mine isn't that. Mine is literally just a book that I wanted to use whenever I had random thoughts. See how I wrote everything sideways? So I would have random thoughts in here like 9, 12, 13. That's awesome. There's a lot of info in arguments that is completely irrelevant, just filler that people will glaze over to make a point. And then I said, I think I understand now what does the term, what does that have to do with the price of tea in China? I think that was during a test that my science teacher, my chemistry teacher, Professor Abdul, used to give us. He used to ask these really stupid questions on the test. It's the last question on the test. And it was kind of extra credit. So you could answer it, or you didn't have to. But it's basically, if you get it right, and you got one of the other questions wrong, you get the points for that question. If you got it wrong, it doesn't matter. You probably still got it wrong anyway. Or you failed. Yeah, you probably failed. But back to the purpose of the trusty notebooks. I decided last year, because a lot of things happened toward the end of the year, I needed to get a change going. So I just filled this up until the end of that year. I believe the very last post in here should be in December. And it is. And it's about financial aid. And so when I started up school for January, amongst things like cutting my hair short and changing my general perception and attitude towards life, I got a new notebook. So now I will have one per year. And unfortunately, I didn't get to use my purple notebook too much because I wasn't that in depth with ideas my last semester, which was much longer, and it was a few months ago. But now I've got ideas popping out of the yin yang, and on top of which, I decided to use this notebook to just write down silly things that happened. And so I'm going to tell you about yesterday. Yesterday, I have a philosophy class twice a day, Tuesdays and Thursdays, and they're both in the same room. So just like last semester, my classes are in the same room, and one of these classes at 4 p.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays. A boy walked into my classroom at around 3:45, and he asked, "Do we have a lot of books for this class?" I'm like, "It's about 7." Like 7, and that struck me as odd because it's a philosophy and literature course, so you would expect to have a lot of books generally. Then he said, alright, well, I wasn't here last week, and I was like, wait, just on a whim, are you in the right room? You're here for philosophy? He's like, no, I'm here for Psych 101. And I was like, this is philosophy. Philosophy and literature. He's like, he pulls out his schedule, he's like, yes, I'm supposed to be in room 201, Psych 101. And I said, read to me the entire bracket. And I didn't want to sound facetious, so like I knew more than him, because I am older than most of my classmates, but I don't think my age has anything to do with it. He reads me his bracket, and he says, Psychology 101, room 201, 4 p.m. to 5:45, Mondays and Wednesdays. I kind of paused, and I was like, Mondays? He's like, yeah. I was like, it's Tuesday right now. He's, all you see is a, oh, I was like, did you come to school when you didn't need to come to school today? And I was like, no, I have the right class. And I was like, no, I mean, do you have classes on Tuesday? He said no. And I was like, alright, well, I won't tell anybody. Sorry, dude. I lied. I put it on a video because it's just too funny. Okay. That's cool. School frazzles everybody. It gets to everybody at some point. So that is some of the examples of what I put in the trusty notebook. Like when I had a crisis earlier this year and didn't know what to think, so I wrote everything down in here. It's all in here. All yummy little evidence. So, next order of business. Anyone who's ever made a webcam video to put on YouTube or anything, it's usually practice. So I'm going to alert you that my first few videos are going to be practice. You might not understand what I'm saying. If so, just tell me in the comments, hey, Marceline, slow the hell down. I don't know what you're saying. I'm pretty sure at this point that I am having a brain meltdown or something. I don't know. I won't be offended. It actually will help me. I didn't have a next order of business in mind for this video. Not much really happened. I went to school for a week. I could try to play you something I learned on my keyboard. Or not. It might echo very loudly. Anyway, well, that's something new. My dad kind of taught me how to play a little bit of the keyboard over the phone. My dad is just that good. Other than that, yeah. If you have anything to say to me, you want me to slow down, if you have any topics you want to talk to me about, want to know more about me, that's cool. I can deal with that. That'd be great, actually, because then it gives me something to talk about, and it would help me further my career in the future as far as taking care of people. So, drop comments down there. Again, you guys can follow me on Twitter. You can even follow me on Facebook if you want. I'll put the links to those somewhere in this region. So, alright. See you guys later. So, am I supposed to wait?
Boy.